With the demand for bicycles soaring in recent years, it is worth remembering that in the late 19th century, the bicycle was one of the most transformative and disruptive technology of the time. It was very much the equivalent of what the smartphone is today. For a few years in the 1890s, the bicycle was the absolute ultimate must-have. It was an affordable, stylish, and quick mode of transportation that could whisk you anywhere you wanted, anytime you wanted, for no money. It is easy to learn how to ride a bicycle, and in the 1890s, absolutely everybody did. Even the Sultan of Zanzibar took up cycling, and so did the Tsar of Russia. The Emir of Kabul bought bicycles for his entire harem, all true stories of the 1890s. But it was the middle class and the working class who really made the bicycle a revolution. For the first time in history, the masses could come and go as they please. No more need for cumbersome and expensive horses and carriage. The bicycle was not only lightweight, affordable, and easy to maintain, it was also the fastest thing on the road. With the advent of the bicycle, society was literally transformed. Women in particular took to the road in droves. Susan B. Anthony, in an interview in 1896 with the New York Sunday World, said that the bicycle has done more to emancipate women than anything else in the world. Bicycling manufacturing quickly became the biggest and the most innovative industry in the United States. So much so that a third of all patent applications were bicycle-related, and the U.S. Patent Office had to build a separate annex just to deal with them. The person generally credited for inventing the bicycle is an Englishman under the name of John Kempt Starley. His uncle, James Starley, was the one who invented the penny farthing in the 1870s. But John Kempt realized that most people were scared to ride the penny farthing. They thought it was dangerous. So he went to work in his workshop in Coventry and came up with a chain-driven bicycle with two smaller wheels of the same size. John Kempt had in effect invented the way we think of bicycles today. In 1886, when Stanley's new bicycle was first displayed at a bicycle show, it was more or less regarded as a curiosity. But 2 years later, when the pneumatic tire was invented, which made Starley's bike not only more comfortable, but also faster, the result was an immediate and tremendous success. Bicycle manufacturers around the world scramble to come up with their own versions. Literally hundreds of new companies sprang up to help meet the demand. In 1895, at the Stanley Bicycle Show in London, some 200 bicycle manufacturers exhibited over 3,000 different models. But the largest manufacturer of all was Columbia Bicycle, which plant in Hartford, Connecticut, could manufacture one bicycle every minute thanks to its automated process. A pioneering technology which would one day become the hallmark of the auto industry. The insatiable demand for bicycle also spawned many other industries: wire for spokes, ball bearing, precision machinery, steel tubing, which would mark the manufacturing world long after the bicycle had been relegated to the toy department. The ripple effect also extended to marketing and advertising. Marketing strategies like planned obsolescence and coming out with a new model every year got their start in the bicycle industry in the 1890s. The advent of the bicycle touched virtually every aspect of life: music, literature, art, fashion, and even the human gene pool. Parish records in England show a significant increase in inter-village marriages in the bicycle craze of the 1890s. The political clout of millions of cyclists, combined with the nation's largest industries, led to rapid improvement in both city streets and country roads, as the cyclists literally paved the way for the yet unforeseen era of the automobile. Brooklyn, in 1895, opened up one of the nation's very first cycle paths. Some 10,000 cyclists used it on the first day. New York City enacted the first piece of traffic code legislation in order to deal with scorchers, cyclist speed demons who scared pedestrians. The police commissioner of New York City, Teddy Roosevelt, even introduced a bicycle-mounted police force in order to deal with the speedsters. You see, in the 1890s, nothing was faster than a bicycle on the road. But not for much longer. By the time the decade was out, bicycle mechanics had worked out bearings, spoke tension wheels, drivetrain, and they realized that when combined with a motor, they could make even faster vehicle. In Dayton, Ohio, two brothers bicycle mechanics, Orville and Wilbur Wright, were exploring the idea of flying a heavier-than-air machine by funding their research with profit from their bike shop. Back in the northern England town of Coventry, James Kempt Starley, whose Rover bicycle started it all in the 1880s, died suddenly at the age of 46. But by the early 1900s, this company had moved on to manufacturing motorcycles and even automobiles. Does the Rover mean anything to you? Over in America, another young bicycle mechanic, under the name of Henry Ford, had big idea for the future.